What's going on, wonderful human? My name's Dylan Dans. I'm a physicist from the land down under. Grab a coffee, grab a chair, grab a Vegemite sandwich, grab whatever you want to grab. Let's talk some natural philosophy. So we've moved locations today. We're going to try outside. It's a beautiful day, so why not? If it gets a bit loud, we'll move back inside. But anyway, let's watch some... What are we going to watch? That looks like it hurts.
Flawless victory.
She just got completely cut in half. I can't show it here on YouTube, but I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it anyway. That looked pretty brutal. Would definitely work. There's nothing wrong there. You could definitely cut someone in half like that. Flawless display of physics. That does work. This one checks out. However, I don't know about that frisbee hat. Very violent. Let's talk about that. Could you squish someone's head like that? This one checks out. It only takes about 5,000 newtons to squish someone's head. That's 5 times more than a human can produce. But, you know, I think this guy's capable of it, so it works out.
Kano wins. You beauty.
That's the most Australian thing I've ever seen. Can confirm Australians really do swear as much as this guy. I'm just toning it down for this YouTube channel, but let's hold up a second. What about Kano ripping the heart out? Ignoring the fact it's a giant invisible lizard, could you really punch through someone's chest and rip their heart out? I know breaking a rib requires about 800 to 1,000 pounds of force, and elite level fighters can actually reach this level of force, but the problem is it's actually harder to punch through softer things. If you try to punch through a mattress behind drywall, the mattress actually takes a lot of the force. If you try to punch through just a mattress, it's a lot harder. Have you ever heard the term rolling with the punches? When boxers, get jabbed, they tend to move their head with the punch. Rolling with the punch dissipates some of the force. It spreads it over a larger area rather than just one location. And when you're trying to punch through that drywall with the mattress behind it, the mattress is literally rolling with the punch. And this is what airbags do in a car. They spread the force over a larger area, so the pressure is reduced. So no surprises here. You could definitely break someone's rib with a punch, but the force required to punch through squishy internal organs is much greater than humans are able to produce. Alright, let's talk about Sub-Zero's powers to cool things down. As cool as this guy's moves are, I have some serious problems with him, so let's finish him with some physics. He's kind of like the R-rated version of Elsa from Frozen. It's actually a lot easier to heat things up rather than cool them down. If you want to heat something up, you can attach it to a wire, add some electricity, and you're good. If you want to heat it up faster, you just add more electricity. But cooling things down doesn't quite work the same way. Now, before we KO Sub-Zero, what even is temperature? Just quickly. It's kind of like the measure of motions that atoms have in a material. It's kind of not correct. You got to go study statistical mechanics if you want to go deeper. But if you stop the vibrational motion of atoms, they're not moving at all. However, you can't go below absolute zero. Absolute zero is the coldest temperature in the universe. I think from memory, if you put a human head, now don't ask me why I know this, all right? If you put a human head in liquid nitrogen, it would take approximately 10 to 20 minutes for it to freeze. He just cut his arm clean off. So let's talk about this. Could you really cut someone's arm off in one swipe with a blade? You could, but what about cutting someone in half? Well, it's a bit more complicated. Swords aren't actually sharp enough to cut something cleanly on an atomic level. When you slice an enemy with a sword, you're not actually cutting them. You're squishing the blade through them. And this sword must contend with the surface area of the thing you're trying to slice. So the greater the surface area, the greater the force required to get it through there. So, is it possible? Yes, it's definitely possible if you used enough force. Whether or not humans are able to produce enough force, that's another question, and I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.